Welcome to my Accutane video. In this video, I'm going to be explaining my experience on Accutane, the side effects I got, how long it took for my acne to go away. I'm going to show you the severity of my acne. I'm going to show you how it was persistent over time and what it did to my skin after. So first I want to talk about when I first got acne. I first started getting acne when I was in high school. So I started getting mild acne, just normal teenager acne in grade 10 when I was I think I was 15. And this was just normal acne. It was just pimples coming up, because there is a difference between acne and just pimples. And at this time, it was just pimples that were coming up all over my face. Pretty normal stuff. I still got super in my head about it and thought it was really bad. My solutions for just normal pimples were over-the-counter topical creams and just face cleansers. I tried exfoliating. I tried putting toothpaste on my pimples, and none of them really worked. I found that actually putting toothpaste on my pimples irritated my skin more because it dried it out a lot, and then the pimple would stay there. That's what I found. As time went on, and I believe I was in grade 11 at this time, I started to go to the dermatologist because my acne wasn't really going away. I had a specific kind of acne that it would take a really long time for the pimple to fade away, and once the pimple would swell down, it would stay under my skin and just be a redness. So I went to the dermatologist for this. The dermatologist recommended a digestible medication. At the time, I really had no idea what it was, but they said it was worth a shot. I don't remember the name of it, but it was a blue and white capsule, and it wasn't as strong as Accutane. Like, it didn't do the same thing. It was supposed to just basically cure the acne from inside rather than just putting topical creams on. I was on this medication for about 2 or 3 months, and it literally did nothing for me. So the dermatologist told me that this medication doesn't work for everybody, so it's really just hit or miss. That's just how medications are, so you got to be ready for that. I noticed no difference over the time I was on it, and I was super upset about that because I thought that, you know what, I'm taking it upon myself to be taking medication for my skin, and I'm just hoping that it's actually going to work, and then by the end of it, it didn't work, and then I had to start looking into other things like Accutane. So I talked to my dermatologist about Accutane, and he ran me through all of the side effects and how long I would be on and how the dosage would work. He read me a very, very long and scary list of side effects. All of them I had already known because I had been looking at Accutane for some time now, and side effects are very intense. So you definitely want to look into those. They range from just mild rashes all the way up to like depression. Of course, that's not for everybody, and those are very extreme side effects, but you do want to be familiar with all of the side effects just so you know what you're getting yourself into. At this point in my life, it wasn't just that my skin was bad, it was my self-esteem was really bad as well. And I had a really poor self-perception of myself, if that makes sense. When I looked in the mirror, I just didn't like what I saw. So it was affecting my mental health a lot because I had acne for so long and it wasn't going away. I didn't have cystic acne. I didn't have very, very severe acne. I just had acne that would stay. It would be stubborn, persistent acne. So it just wasn't ideal. So this was my skin when I first went on Accutane. It was very red, it was very swollen, and it was very irritated. So I needed something that was gonna get at the acne from inside of my body. And what Accutane does is it dries out your skin from inside, and it releases all of the excess sebum that's in your skin. So basically, your skin is going to get a lot worse before it gets better when you're on Accutane. And normally, an Accutane duration would be about 6 months. That's how long I was on it for. And when I first started, I was taking 20 mg. I would take 20 mg, and then after 20 mg, after about 2 months, I went up to 40. And then I did 40 for another 2 months. And then I did 60 for the last month or so. And 60 is a high dosage. So the dermatologist's mindset was that for just to get the final push to make sure I don't have any acne coming back. So the way I noticed my progression going was when I was on 40 mg, that's when I got the most side effects. And that was when I was already about 2 months into it. But I did notice mild side effects the first couple weeks. So my side effects were I would get a really bad rash on my hands. That my dermatologist gave me a cream to deal with that. So that's just a heads up. I would get nosebleeds every single day, which was very annoying. It would be pretty bad nosebleeds too, and it would just randomly happen. That's one of the very common ones too, because it dries out your entire body. You ought to be constantly moisturizing your skin and even moisturize up my nose. That's what I would do. Another bad side effect, which was just along with the dry skin, was my lips were very, very, very dry and very chapped, and lip balm would not help it. This is a photo of my lips. I know this is a bit of a weird photo, but um so yeah, my lips got really, really dry, and nothing seemed to be helping. Lip balm didn't help it. Vaseline didn't help it. The cold weather didn't help it either, because I was on Accutane from January to June. And the final side effect that I experienced was that I didn't even realize until after I had finished Accutane, was my family, my mom and my brother, they told me that I was extremely moody. Like I would have bad mood swings. One day I would be fine, and then another day I would be just really grumpy, like, and really rude and talk back. And I didn't even realize that. Like I thought I was okay, but that's a side effect, like moodiness. Like you can get really upset, which I found out afterwards. I had no idea. So you just want to be wary of that. So as I was getting all of these side effects, my skin was also getting worse. About a couple months into my Accutane, about maybe 4 or 5 months in, was probably when my skin was the worst, and all of my acne was coming up. I knew this was a good thing because it was pushing everything out, and then it was drying out the skin underneath. So I was noticing that. Here's a photo of my skin when my Accutane was drying out the pimples. You can see that it's not really any acne above the skin. It's all internal, which was really weird, and that lasted for maybe about a month. And then as I got to my last month of Accutane, I noticed it was slowly starting to fade away. When I finished my 6 months on Accutane, when I finished my 60 mg, my acne was pretty much gone. It was pretty much gone. I had a couple pimples still, but those were gonna fade away. And it also caused some scarring. I don't know if you can see. I don't think you can really see, but I have scarring along my face. It's since gone away because I've been off of Accutane for maybe 3 years now. But I did have scarring when I finished, and that's a normal thing because it just obliterates your acne, essentially. That's what it did for me. So it left scars, but they weren't big scars, they were little scars, so it is what it is. Like, when my acne was gone, I was just in such a better headspace that I could really care less about scars. So to conclude my experience, I would recommend Accutane if you've tried every other solution and your acne won't go away. People think of Accutane as like the holy grail of acne products, and I would say it definitely is because I tried so many different medications over the counter, things at shoppers. I would watch so many videos of how to cure acne, how to get rid of pimples, and none of them would work. And Accutane was the one that did it for me, and I didn't have extremely, extremely bad acne when I look at it. When I look back at old photos, it's actually much less severe than I really thought. So one thing that I would say is that your acne is probably much worse in your head. You'd be surprised to how many people see you in a different way. Like my best friend, he had acne and he was asking me about Accutane because his acne wasn't going away. And I told him, I'm like, bro, I really don't think you have to go on Accutane. Like you really don't have bad skin. But he had this just negative false perception of his skin. And obviously it's because you have this idea of how you want to look like, and of course you don't want blemishes, you don't want pimples on your skin. That's totally normal, but in my experience, when I look back at my old self, I'm like, yes, this acne was visible, but it really wasn't as bad as I thought it was. And that's not to say that you shouldn't go on these products, but just to the fact that it made my self-esteem so low when it really shouldn't have been that bad. So yeah, that was my Accutane experience. I would recommend it because it really worked and it really changed my life for the better. Leave in the comments below what your acne experience has been like, and if you're thinking about going on Accutane, drop a like, subscribe. I have 3 subscribers right now, so I would really love some more subscribers. That would be sick. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I just wanted to share my knowledge on Accutane. A lot of people have asked me about it, like a lot of my friends and who I go to school with. So yeah, thank you guys for watching. Peace.